What was that? We're here in Copper Harbor, Michigan to check out the blue mountain bike trails at Raptor Ridge, Whoopidy Woo, and Garden View. You found MTB Trailview. This video is for people who love the adventure of riding new trails and for new riders to the sport to get a taste of the trails that are out there to ride. You've never been there before and want to see what the trail's like before you make the commitment to a long drive and not get what you expect? Trailview is for you. Trailview will take you on trails, start to finish, show you how to find the trailheads, and call out some key features along the way from an intermediate rider's perspective. So, let's get at today's ride. So here's a Google Maps snapshot of this location. You should be able to get the address or GPS coordinates from it. So I'm up on the West Bluff. I just got dropped off down the road by the shuttle service. And this ride, I'm gonna go look at Raptor Ridge, Whoopidy Woo, and Garden Brook. And those trails are supposed to weave all the way back into town and are supposed to be an excellent ride. Okay, into the flow. So we're gonna start this trail on the flow. We've been dropped off. As I said, we're running in here. If you haven't seen the flow trail video that exists, go peek at it. But in order to get to Raptor's Ridge, Whoopidy Woo, and the rest, we need to take the flow trail. So Raptor's Ridge comes pretty quick up here, and if you're moving at a good pace, you'll miss it. Don't want to do that. Came up on that fast, but we're looking at Raptor Ridge. You go down, if you keep to the right, that's a continuation of flow. You go to the left, and we're on Raptors. So, let's see what Raptors is offering us. More the same so far. Kind of loose, rocky terrain. A little sandy. Dusty, sandy, but a lot of that is a function of haven't had rain here in quite a while, so everything's a little loose and dusty. This is just kind of a lot of up and down. Real nice trail. So far it seems to me pretty novice to intermediate. Of course, experts and those type of people can run this stuff would enjoy it, but speaking from an intermediate perspective, okay, this is pretty good speed through here. Running at about 23 miles an hour, it looks like. Nice flow through the trees. Just be careful of the loose gravel. But no pedaling required. be a good idea to have good tires and some of the inserts in your tires to keep from crushing rims if you have carbon fiber rims, because it is rocky. This rock isn't that bad. This is just typical garden variety loose rock. There. Okay, we're back out to the road. And the road crossing here. And now we're on the opposite side of the mountain, running along a ridge. It's an obstacle like this. And off to the right, it's basically a straight downhill, not straight, but pretty good downhill into nothing. So you're just, take this jump. So you're basically just riding bench cut stuff here. Super fun. Again, running about 25 miles an hour through this. Told me at the bike shop that this trail was one of their favorites. All this is uphill. Ooh. So today I'm riding a Specialized Turbo Levo e-bike. I gotta say, in the UP, e-bike can be your friend, especially if you can't get a shuttle. And with the way the trails are built here, using so much of the terrain, you spend more than a few days, you're going to be whipped if you don't have some e-assist, unless you're just some incredibly in shape rider. So for most of this ride, speaking of e-bike, I haven't had to use it at all. Nice little drop there. Always got to be prepared for everything here. Turn my E off. Nice thing about an e-assist bike is you don't have to use it unless you want it. So all the downhills I've been doing here, it's been running natural. When I'm gassed, I'll kick it in. Anyway, enough of that. Being a spokesman for e-bikes. Raptor Ridge. Keep to the left. All right. intersection here. Nice. Unlike Marquette, Copper Harbor is pretty well marked. Came up to this intersection here. On the edge to your left. If we go to the other side of the sign, Whoop-de-doo or Whoop-de-woo. Whoop-de-woo. Guess I'm still living in my motocross days. All right, Whoop-de-woo, here we come. We're gonna take Whoop-de-woo down away. All right. Sorry, I got distracted. Flying squirrel. Oh my goodness. Well, that's what flying squirrel's all about. That looks awesome. But we're not doing that level today. We're going to continue on Whoop-de-woo. You're running along an edge. It's just beautiful to actually be riding the mountains. The breeze off Lake Superior is fantastic. Keeps you nice and cool. I know today it's like 90 degrees back down in southern lower Michigan, and up here it's about 71. Perfect conditions for mountain biking. So is it worth the trip to get in the car and drive 11 hours up here? In my opinion, absolutely. So this section of the trail is a little bit less flowy than the flow trail. I guess that's why they call it flow. But it's still a nice ride. You can get some decent speed. It's just more choppy, bumpy, rooty. rocky to be slow. But it's still a fast path. Probably going through this too fast if you can't see the size of some of these rocks and roots that I'm going through. But just know they're here. If you're running this and your skill level, just keep that in mind. It's the speed as you run through here. I'd call this a solid intermediate run. Mud. See that very often. Transition into Garden Brook. All right, we're at the, I was gonna say, we're starting to transition into some smoother stuff. We've reached a split here, and we're gonna take Garden Brook. They told me Garden Brook was the ticket. There's a lot of fun on that. So here we go, bearing to the left, and we're gonna finish this ride into town on the Garden Brook Trail. You can already tell it's a lot less. Just, woo! Less rocky, more hard pack, a lot of pines, cypress in here. section of the trail. What the heck? This section of the trail, we're at the bottom of the mountain. Just kind of running along the flat through the swampy area, actually. Cattails off to the right. So this will be the path, I'm assuming, back to town. Just kind of easy through the tall grass. So overall thoughts of the trail, I've loved it. It's great. It's not as flowy as the flow trail, but the flow trail from West Bluff, I should say. But you can still go fast, have a great time. It's just more technical because of the rocks and roots and things that you're going through. You have to be careful of your speeds in there, because there is a lot of stuff that can catch you. But if you're a more advanced rider, you're really going to love that. I like the flow and that trail equally. Just depends on what I want to do and what time of the day. If it was the last run of the day, I'd probably be more into the flow. And if I'm starting off, I'd be more into Raptor, Whoopidy Woo, and Garden Brook. So that's a look at the West Bluff, and that's about going to do it for today. Got 30 miles of riding for me today, and I've had enough. So until I see you again on the trail, have a good one. We here at Trailview are trying to add new videos each week. Right now, Trailview is Michigan-based, but we're also looking for trail views anywhere in the country. So if you like what you're seeing and would like to be a contributor wherever you ride, drop me an email and let's get connected. The whole idea is to share trails with others, build the mountain bike community, and learn about great places to ride. So let's build something cool together.